feather at a time. Purina's pros talk nutrition. We'll head to the field for a look at today's best habitat habit.
You guys ready?
Plus a hunt at Grandma's place. A North Dakota family's effort to carry on pheasant hunting's legacy.
It's time for Pheasants Forever Television, celebrating America's ringneck pheasant.
Hunt 'em up. Come on, hunt 'em up.
You ready? That's a big rooster!
You gotta work it this way, east and west.
Let him get way up now. Rooster! Way to go, way to go.
Hi everybody, Ron Shera here with Pheasants Forever Television. Raven Heel up here. A question for you. What if there wasn't any public hunting land? You know we all depend upon it. Well, that's the case in Alberta, Canada. But in our first story, we have some Alberta pheasant hunters out to change it.
All that wind. Ever wonder where it ends up? Well, the answer looks to be southern Alberta.
Quite a breeze today.
Dave Bissett wouldn't disagree.
It's the windiest place in the world.
To walk the Alberta prairie alongside David is to understand what makes this wily pheasant hunter tick.
Rooster, right next to you.
Come on. You dropped it, you jerk. Where is it? Find a bird. You like this cover, Bill?
Yeah, this is about as good as it gets.
Yeah. You know, we just took the cattle out of here last year, and it's just amazing the difference it makes.
Very unselfish man, he really is.
Dave's friends pay homage for good reason. You see, over the years, Dave, like so many hunters, has struggled with a modern-day hunting woe.
Oh, Hungarian.
We can all relate.
It's a passion for us, not only bird hunting, but of course, this issue of access.
Come on.
He just really, I think this always kind of ate away at him a little bit.
Alberta offers hunters almost no public hunting access. Most open land around here ends up tied up in ag or cattle grazing.
Unfortunately, in Alberta, this hasn't been a priority of the government to set these kind of things up, just because I guess it's perceived to be such a wide open country. It hasn't been a priority, and I hope I can make it a priority.
So Dave had an idea.
It's beautiful, just beautiful.
He bought 1,000 acres and went to work. He planted food plots and plenty of habitat. The catch, Dave opened the gates of Devil's Coulee Ranch and invited anyone in. 1,000 acres of private public hunting, no charge.
What's your goal for this property, long term?
Well, hopefully there'll be one of a number, you know.
Well, what you'll find on this property is, of course, the ringneck pheasant, lots of Hungarian partridge, and sharp-tailed grouse.
Heel, heel. There you go.
Rooster?
Yeah. Good shot.
There are a lot of birds here, David.
Birds because of habitat.
It's real, true habitat. It isn't just a put-and-take kind of environment. It's where you know that you're going to be shooting some wild birds.
They do spring crow counts, and it's getting better every year on this property.
Even so, hunting never comes with guarantees. This hunter knows.
But she's birdier than me. There she goes. That's yours. Safety.
Son of a gun.
What seems to be the matter, Bill?
This must be one of those Canadian guns.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very popular place. It's even more popular now that Dave is managing it for wildlife habitat and encouraging hunters to come use the property.
Safety off, ready to go.
Popular with guys like Blair McNeely and his buddies. They hunt Dave's place 5 or 6 times a season.
I wish there were more in our area like him. It's just been super here. We've had some very enjoyable hunts.
That's what really appeals to me, is I know anybody can come out here and hunt, and nobody's going to say anything to them.
But certainly, In the process, Dave hopes to make a point.
It's a conscience-raising exercise that hopefully, if people come out and see this kind of environment, they'll say, you know, to government representatives, you know, why isn't there more of this? Why isn't the government doing any of this?
For sure, Devil's Coulee is a good start.
That's a girl. Come on, that's a, oh, that's as close as it gets, is it? And these are these little huns, and there's just a million of them around. Fabulous eating. Nice, really nice birds.
Just one day of hunting proves that.
Rooster! Well, that's my limit.
Good shot. I was going to say, no lack of birds, certainly.
Oh, there goes another one.
Rooster.
Shoot. Hey there, are we having fun yet?
Up next, we're headed to the field. Browning Pro Ed Preckle takes a look at differences between 12, 20, and 28 gauge guns. A bit later, we'll meet one of Nebraska's most talented artists with a knack for handcrafting the ringneck pheasant. Pheasants Forever biologist Pete Berthelsen shows off a most curious gadget built to draw wild critters to your property. Pheasants Forever Television, brought to you by Gander Mountain. We live outdoors. And by South Dakota Tourism. Plan your South Dakota pheasant hunt with online deals at TravelSD.com. Now we head to the field for Shotgun Savvy, brought to you by Browning, the best there is.
Hi, I'm Ed Preckle with Browning and Top Gun Shooting Sports. One of the great things about pheasant hunting is all the choices when it comes to selecting a gun. Today we're going to talk about some of the different gauges. Here's an example of some of the different gauges we're going to take a look at. There's the standard 12 gauge load. We've got the 20 gauge. Going smaller still, the 28 gauge. And finally, the smallest, the 410. One of the common misconceptions when it comes to the smaller gauges is that somehow they're not as powerful or can't shoot as far. This is simply not true. All of these gauges deliver their shot charge at 1,200 feet per second. So no matter which gun you're shooting, the pellets travel just as far. What I've done is gone out to the range and set up a patterning board. With a couple of steel fence posts, some cardboard and paper, you can set up a target to shoot at. I've put a dot in the center of the paper for an aim point. We're going to shoot the different gauges and take a look and compare the patterns. As you can see, we've got a pretty good pattern on the paper there. The standard 12 gauge field load, 1.25 ounces of number 6 shot, delivers 281 pellets to the target. The standard 410 field load only throws 11/16 of an ounce a shot. That's only 140 pellets. Notice the difference between this 410 pattern with 140 pellets and this 12 gauge pattern that has 281 pellets. So the real difference between the 12 gauge and let's say the 410 is just the amount of shot in the shell. 281 pellets versus only 140. So remember, anything less than a 12 gauge has fewer pellets in the shell and is going to be more demanding to shoot. So pick the gauge that's right for you, and your time in the field will be the best there is.
I'm Bill Shirk, the man of field. You know, One of the reasons Pheasants Forever works so hard on habitat and protecting pheasants is simply the beauty of the bird. Well, up next, the story of a Nebraska artist who took that to heart.
1712 Oakview looks like any other modest Midwestern home until you step through the front door.
It's wonderful. I mean, it really is. It's a wonderful life, and there's nothing I would change.
Art sits wall to wall, floor to ceiling in some rooms, much of it created by this guy, Cliff Hollistow.
These pieces I bought in 1973.
You see, Cliff caught wind of creativity as a youngster.
I was very fortunate as a child to be on a farm quite a bit, and I started carving little birds out of ivory soap. So I think that's really where I got my start, or working with the birds and wildlife in general.
These days, he grinds away in the basement, wood chips flying.
I just don't worry about it. Let the chips fall where they may.
She understands that I'm one of those crazy artists that sits down there and does things like this.
You see, Cliff's become one of Nebraska's most popular wildlife artists. He made a name carving birds and bronzing statues. But the last few years, Cliff thought he'd tackle a new artistic task.
You're never going to make it like the maker did.
But Cliff hopes to get darn close. He now sculpts individual feathers, pheasant feathers.
There are no two feathers alike. You know, we see thousands and millions of feathers and birds and so forth, but if you put them all together, they're all different.
Cliff uses chunks of Tupelo to shape feathers.
Just nice and soft and easy to work with. In texturing this bird, I have a little wood burning tool here, and as you can see, it's almost like a razor blade. It takes a long time, and you almost have to train your eye to do this, because you're putting one line after the other. It's kind of restful and peaceful to do something like this.
The process involves 3 real steps. First, shaping the wood. Next, burning in the feathers.
It's not an easy task, and it is very time-consuming.
And finally, painting.
Painting has to be one of the best parts. You know, the dust gets a little tough, and you nick your hands on some of the carving and so forth. A pheasant feather, they all have this. And it's just an extension of that black line. And as crazy as it sounds, they're a very difficult bird to paint, because they do have so many different colors. Every layer of paint you put on there is going to pay dividends down the road. It's going to help that feather look more realistic.
Cliff brushes on literally dozens of layers of acrylic paint, with really just one goal in mind. That, to leave folks at shows wondering and asking.
Is that a real feather? Which is good to hear, I guess.
To see someone try and figure out his work, well, that's the real form of flattery.
And that's the first question everybody asks when they buy a piece. Now, how long did this take you to make? And who knows? He never kept track.
In fact, watch Cliff work, you'll notice he doesn't even wear a watch.
No, never wears a watch. No.
Cliff passes along a few of his pieces to Pheasants Forever. No doubt these works of art sell well.
I started making these pieces, and they started selling very well at the meetings that they were having. And I thought, gosh, this is wonderful, because in some way I'm able to produce something that they can sell and make some money for some things that I dearly enjoy.
Things we all dearly enjoy. The wild and natural world around us.
Still ahead, the pros from Purina help you figure out nutrition for your gun dog. Also, we're headed to North Dakota for a fall hunt at Grandma's place. Pheasants Forever Television, brought to you by Browning, the best there is, and by EAR Inc., specialized hearing systems for sportsmen and hunters. Habitat Habit, brought to you by Echo Outdoor Power Equipment.
Hi, I'm Pete Berthelsen, Senior Field Coordinator with Pheasants Forever. If you're a landowner that's interested in enrolling in the Conservation Reserve Program, I got a deal here you want to check out. This is a wildlife water guzzler based on a design from Glanding's gallinaceous guzzler. What we do here is we catch the rainfall that comes down, run it onto the lid, and then into this 350-gallon tank. The water self-levels and comes into the trough so that the wildlife have a stable, steady water resource throughout the year, especially in the summer. This was designed by wildlife biologists for wildlife. And if you're interested in enrolling in CRP, putting one of these on your tract of ground can add 20 points to your CRP score. That's pretty important. So if you're interested in wildlife and enrolling in CRP, you might want to consider putting in a wildlife water guzzler. Contact one of your PF biologists for more information about how to get one.
Purina presents Gun Dog Savvy. Purina, fuel the champion within.
You know, I'm convinced that feeding a hard-working hunting dog once a day is the best way to go. But Arlie, I still see people feeding in the morning before hard work and exercise.
Well, you're right, Bob, and that's a big mistake because when you do that, you really limit your dog's stamina by as much as 50%. You also increase the risk that your dog is going to overheat, and you increase the risk for developing stomach problems or diarrhea. You see, when you feed in the morning, it changes the dog's metabolism, so they rely on a fuel source that's got a much smaller gas tank, and they get tired quicker. It also creates a lot of heat, this digesting and absorbing of food, and so they're starting work with a higher body temperature and they're going to overheat easier. And finally, it takes quite a bit of blood to digest and absorb that food, and all that blood's been shunted to muscles, so the stomach can't work as well, and they're more prone to vomiting and diarrhea. If you feel your dog is getting a little tired during the day, bring some handfuls of dry food and give them to him once every hour or so, and that'll solve that problem. But save the main meal for after exercise.
You know, folks, you're going to have to trust us on this one, but if you do, feeding once a day is going to get you great benefits.
Still ahead, pack your bags. We're headed to North Dakota to meet Pheasants Forever members dedicated to remembering Grandma and her birdie farm. Pheasants Forever Television, brought to you by Purina, fuel the champion within, and by Echo Outdoor Power Equipment. Tough guys need tough tools.
Welcome back. If you think about it, pheasant hunting is more than just birds, dogs, and shotguns. In our next story, we found some pheasant hunters striving to save Grandma's place.
You guys ready? Guys, we better tighten it up a little bit.
Under an October sky, a pheasant hunting scene unfolds in North Dakota's farm country.
Here we go. Look at the birds coming behind us.
On this October, there's good hunting by day. And by night, a special party in Strasburg, North Dakota, where once a year, the town folk celebrate the pheasant season with visiting hunters and neighboring farmers. America's famous maker of champagne music would be proud. The late Lawrence Welk grew up on a Strasburg farm. And what's a party in farm country without an auction? This painting, sold. Sold? The word never has been spoken in this old Strasburg farmhouse. It might be a century old, a little tired here and there, but this place is not for sale. Why? Because this is Grandma's house.
The thing I remember most about my mom, probably I'd never seen her mad once in my life. But she was just a precious lady. We just loved her so much.
Her name was Minnie Vandervorst. She married husband Eddie in 1931, and she raised 9 children, all in this house.
She loved them. I mean, they could tell that.
Her love filled the house.
Well, I am one of the 41 grandchildren. Well, there's one room I'm not allowed to go into. Grandma's bedroom. That was, you know, she raised all those kids, and all the stuff that she did, that was her one little spot in the world where that was Grandma's spot.
Another grandson, David, has his own memories.
It's hard to explain it to everybody, anybody knows her. She was just kind of the leader of this huge pack of people, and she did a wonderful job. I've never ever heard her yell at anybody. Everybody respected her, and she was a wonderful person.
On February 5th in 2003, Grandma's face in the kitchen window faded away. She was 91.
She died right here, right in this room right here, with all of us kids here.
Grandma's house was suddenly empty.
My aunts and uncles, and they had to make decisions on what to do with the place.
It came to the point where Grandma did pass on, and Uncle Monty, and they talked about selling the house. And we said, well, that's kind of silly.
Grandma's grandsons had an idea. Maybe their pheasant hunting friends would help save Grandma's house.
I said, let's go pheasant hunting. You know, we got to pay some heat bills, and we got to help Monty keep the house.
So now, 3 or 4 weekends every autumn, Grandma's house is full again.
We're out here to kind of help save Grandma's house and keep it from getting the bulldozer. So they need a little help keeping the place up and running and help take care of the bills and stuff like that.
Well, it's more than I expected. I mean, we never, realized when we started to come out here to hunt what things were going to be like, but it's a wonderful place to come, and every time we're out here, we think of my grandmother.
So, Grandma's house still stands, thanks to a family's love and thanks to a love of pheasant hunting. May the joy of pheasant hunters always fill Grandma's place. Well, we've come to the end of the field. Remember, take a kid hunting. On behalf of Pheasants Forever, I'm Ron Chira.
There you go. Rooster? Yeah. Good shot.
Pheasants Forever. That truly is our goal. Join us.